You're a crate for legs. Hey, and we're live!
And we're live!
What's up, you sexy nuggets?
Hello. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I think my original pitch for, like, what would fans of Peepolorians be called, and then it would be Peeps. But, like, I already call everyone Peeps, so I need something better than that.
Well, they can also be Peeps. Just everyone we like will be a Peep, and everyone who likes us will be a Peep. You'll be like, hey, there's the Peep.
I think it'll be Peoples with 2 E's.
Peoples with 2 E's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work. So I'm Lou Jack, that's Taylor.
I'm Taylor, that's Lou Jack. This is the original Borderlands 1. What are we doing right now? I think we were gonna do a side quest over at the bulletin board thing.
Oh yeah, oh wait, that's the share button. We still got some side quests that we haven't done. That's the wrong button. Here's the button that I want. So we did round 1 of Circle of Death and then got completely destroyed. Round 2 is a level 15 mission. That's why we got slaughtered.
Yeah,
we're out leveled by like 1.
So, remember, you're in charge of the mission things.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the Arid Hills and do the Legend of Moe and Marley.
That's also a level 15 mission, dude.
Wait, is it?
Yes.
Shit, okay,
yeah,
then
the one
I
we
guess...
should be doing is the, scavenger or sniper rifle one.
Ah, man, I hate the scavenger missions. Those don't exist in any of the games that come after, and it's because they're not good. But fine, we'll do the fucking scavenger mission.
I will regale you with a tale. So I was, the other night I was learning about Elite Dangerous, and I love the vehicle designs, the spaceship designs in that game, and I'm very surprised that none of the spaceships have interiors. Or at least they don't have interiors yet.
Wait, I'm getting a catch ride.
Okay.
So, what about space interiors? Oh god!
Yeah, go as soon as I hop in. Yep.
Skags! Be gone, Skags! Be gone, thoughts!
I like that they just evaporate as soon as they touch the car.
Yeah.
It's just
Dude,
magic.
if you run over bad guys as Krieg in the second game, he'll say weird shit like, I love it when you splash on my windshield! Just weird shit like that. It's...
I have the shiniest meat bicycle!
I am the conductor of the poop train!
I'm King Poop of the... King Poop of the poop train. I don't know.
Just cut to the Mighty Pooh from Conker's Bad Fur Day. I am the Mighty Pooh.
Oh no, it's the Great Mighty Pooh.
I never played that game, but I really want to.
I've heard legends and myths. Oh, speaking of myths and legends in old games, I recently saw 8-Bit Ryan play the first little chapter of the remake of Destroy All Humans. Oh,
I have been eyeing that, and oh hey, sniper rifle.
I don't know if I just realized that my voice isn't directional, so you can't tell where I'm whistling from. But you're like, no, over here, where I am.
I'm wondering how the whistling sounds like to people watching this.
Are you gonna take it or not?
Yeah, I'll probably. No, I'm not, because I forgot to sell the things. I had things that I was gonna sell, and then I didn't sell them.
There's a vendor right over there.
Vendor, let's go sell some shit.
I think I've already sold a bunch of my stuff, but let me just double check. I know that I topped up all my ammunition.
First, I gotta see how everything...
So, if you've ever seen the vehicle designs in Elite Dangerous, I really like them. Like, each of them has, like, a sort of specific style to it that, like, their general appearance gives you an idea of what they do. So, like, there's a big blocky one, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's a cargo one. And the ones that are, like, really smooth with big windows are clearly supposed to be, like, passenger ships. And I love the designs, but the thing that drives me nuts is that they don't have interiors yet. And that's, like, one of the things that, like, I need in a spacefaring game. Like, I've been playing a little bit of, what's it called? Outer Wilds. Not Outer Worlds, Outer Wild. It was the other Outer game of the mid to late 2010s. And I've been playing that, and I really like setting a ship and setting it to autopilot, pointing it towards a thing, and then like going into the office and like setting waypoints. Like there's just something really satisfying about like all the buttons and whistles and stuff that you can mess with.
Right.
I have 2 different bone shredders. I have one with a stock and one without a stock. That's interesting. But like, and it's funny because like the fan base has been like on the same exact page where like there have been people who have made like entire like interiors for the spaceships as not like mods, but as like 3D presentations where they'll take the exterior of the ship and they'll build like an entire like interior system and do like a walkthrough like it's an apartment you're gonna check out.
Huh.
Yeah, and like it's really impressive, and I really wish that who I don't know, I think was it Frontier or whatever who makes Elite Dangerous. I really wish they would add like interiors. Oh, hello.
We got Skags.
Backing off a Skag.
Throw a bird at it.
Make sure that everybody is on fire. You get on fire. You get on fire.
Have a nade.
I'm not quite done.
Aha. That was fun.
Whoa.
What?
I like how the stats of the gun can vastly change, like, how you use it, and, like, what its performance really is. Because, like, for instance, if you have a gun that, like, does a lot of damage and has a lot of bullets, but it has, like, crazy high recoil, then a bunch of your shots just aren't hitting.
Right.
That's why, like, in Borderlands 3, doll weapons are really good for consecutive critical hits. Because they usually have really low recoil, so you can just point and spray at like a weak spot.
Right.
And the same thing is with like, if you can get a Vladov weapon that has relatively low recoil, then it becomes way more useful because it's just got a zillion bullets.
Right. I am super low in health right now.
Ah, I see that. Need
I'm gonna heal a bit.
That's the funny. I think we've. Oh, that is fire. That's okay. Explosive barrels.
I'm on fire.
So one thing I've learned about this game compared to Borderlands 3 is that like this is before they figured out how like health should work, I suppose.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you should carry like health packs and then heal yourself manually after every battle. It just wasn't as efficient.
Yeah, it's not very great.
I like the logic that Remedy used when making Control, where they're like, hey, should we have like a whole like ammo system? And they're like, nah, we'll just have it. It's a magic gun that regenerates bullets over time, so it has a certain cooldown to it, and that's it. Like instead of a reload animation plus having a certain like amount of ammo, it's like that's not the kind of game this is.
The weapons in the third game from the what was it, the scavengers or not scavengers, what are they called? The cultist type people. The ones that are just kind of put together from random gun brands.
Oh, COD?
Yeah, they don't like actually run out of ammo, but they overheat.
And they're all belt fed.
Yeah.
So they're really fun to use, and I think some of their assault rifles are hilariously good because they'll just be the LMG version of an assault rifle, or just kind of keep firing.
Yeah.
What? Oh, up ahead. Let's see. Oh, on the bridge.
On the bridge? Oh wait, hang on. I got him. I'm gonna snipe him.
All right. I'll soften him up.
Boom! Headshot! Haha!
Did you see a rocket fly over?
Shit.
The game was rigged from the start.
There we go.
Oh, I didn't actually see where that guy was. I was just like, I see this red dot. I'm picking him up on the radar.
Radar sense. You know, like Daredevil.
I do think it's funny how, like, in the Daredevil movie, like, his power was basically like sonar. But in the comics, he does have radar.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot more, like, explicitly radar. Which I do like, because it has the same, like, abilities and drawbacks as radar. Where, like, it's possible to confuse Daredevil by using, like, what is it, like, aluminum shaft, which, deflects radar.
Right.
So it's like a big cloud, and he's like, oh, hold on, what is this?
Man, that Netflix show was amazing.
Man, that Netflix show had one of the best combat sequences ever. And I say that because it combined good choreography with long camera shots. You know, sometimes, although it's more difficult to film a scene's choreography with a long camera shot, because it means you have to start all over if you get it wrong, it's also, like, way more satisfying. A good example being, one of the best examples being the sword fight in Princess Bride, which is like one long camera shot. The entire thing is done.
Man, that show had like the best everything of all time.
My brother and I actually helped do a stage play sort of version of that, and we literally couldn't practically fit that whole fight scene into it, so we basically did half of it.
Yeah, I remember that. I wasn't there for it, but I think I saw like the video for it.
Yeah, but it was so neat, and my favorite thing was that, like, it made me realize that it really is possible to get that, to do, like, elaborate fight scenes. It's more difficult because, like, you got to do it in one shot, but when you're doing it in theater, you already have to do it in one shot, so, you know, you just go for whatever's really cool.
Right. He fought the bird and the bird won. Did you see that?
Look, there's a pair of legs on the ground. This guy, well, I thought he died from the fire, because, what happened? Is his arm missing? Was it originally missing?
No, it's just shrunken. Badass psychos have, like, one shrunken arm.
Yeah, but, like, from my view, his arm is, like, inverted, like it's hiding in his body.
Nah, it's right there.
Huh.
It's right there.
Yeah, I don't see it, though, which is super weird.
Huh. Strange.
Destroy Humans, back on that topic. Destroy Humans was one of the first games I played on I think it was the PlayStation 2. And I may have talked about it before because I had this history where me and my older brother, we liked playing that game. And then my little brother, who was way too young to play that game, kept trying to sneak in and watch us play that game. And we're like, no, you're a wee bab, you cannot. And he's like, no, I want to anyway. Nah. And somehow, through like continually complaining about it, this is back when he was just like just a wee baby.
Right.
Our parents eventually were like, oh yeah, he can watch this game. And eventually they're like, oh yeah, he can play this game. And then, and then they like were like, oh, this game has like an alien that like shoots probes at people's butts. That's not appropriate. And then they were like, no, no one can play this game. It's like, no, it's just that Bobby can't play this game. And back then, our parents had a habit of being like, oh, well, if something is inappropriate for like, not toddlers, but like preteens, and it's inappropriate for you guys, and it's like, no, we're older. That's why we're different, because we are older. We're actually more mature.
I got in trouble for playing GTA 4 once back in high school.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I was like, why are all these parents with their kids play GTA?
Man, I got in trouble for playing GTA, or not GTA, but like God of War 3, because my grandma just so happened to walk in on the scene where you're fucking Aphrodite, and was just like, nope, you can't play that no more.
Alternate timeline when she came in when you're fighting Kronos, and she's just like, whoa!
Yeah, right. What a timeline that would be.
You fought a giant man, like a mountain-sized man.
Yeah, it was insane. It was nuts.
The funniest thing about your battle with Kronos is that like up until like the actual like finishing blow, it seems like you're barely doing any damage because he's like, "I shall crush you," and then like you hold up his giant like city park sized hand with your arms, and you're like lifting it, and you're like, aha, and then you stab him in the hand. But like from his perspective, he just got stabbed with like a tack.
Yeah, it's friggin' nuts.
And it's like, oh, I shall use the weapon of the gods, and then it's just like, oh, when I went to sit down, there was no tack. I go to sit down, tack is there. Coincidence?
I think not. Dude, by the way, we're not actually looking for, like, a whole gun. We're looking for parts to a gun.
Yeah, we're looking for individual, parts. They're constructed, like some kind of golden gun.
It's annoying as fuck, and you don't even get anything for it. Or you might, I don't remember. It's been a while since I played this.
Yeah, this is like a stock. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, if I made this kind of mission, I would make it that you find a few, like the barrel and the receiver, and then you go to the next few go to look for the next part, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that fell off a cliff and into a volcano." It's like, well, how am I gonna complete this quest? Well, luckily there's actually a bunch of similar parts. That's saying hi.
See, that's not the actual site for the sniper rifle. The actual site for the sniper rifle is in another village.
Like, to get the sniper rifle, you need to go to the legendary gunsmith.
Oh, but he's not. I'm not actually the legendary gunsmith. I'm the apprentice of the legendary gunsmith.
I love mentioning that mission because it's one of those missions where like it would have been one of the best like side missions of the game if it had connected more with the mechanics of the game. Like if you found the legendary gunsmith, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I can give you like match grade ammo that makes it like way more accurate, or gives you like some kind of cool edge."
Yeah, that's Metal Gear Solid 5, by the way, for those of you who don't know. Phantom Pain. The worst Metal Gear Solid game.
Yeah, and
in
like,
my opinion.
It was it's the Sonic 06 of Metal Gear Solid games. Which is funny, because, like, actually, you know, it really was the Sonic 06 of Metal Gear Solid games, because you look at it, and it was, like, it was crazy ambitious and completely, like, neglected.
Yeah.
It went, like, full, like, Roman Empire, where it was like, this is going to be this massive thing, and then they're like, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, it's success. What's the most frustrating part of it came to be when I realized exactly how repetitive everything was, because there are like 3 basic mission types, and you do all of them like hundreds of times throughout the game. But the worst part of it all was when you get like towards the end of the game, and you can't just go to the next cutscene. You have to like waste time in order for the next cutscene to get to you, which means you have to just repeat missions that you've done. Missions that are already repetitive.
That's the thing I've noticed that some games have that like really throws off the pacing. That happened a few times in the Turing Test, a game that I actually really liked. That sometimes how the narrative flow is interrupted by where you put the loading screen.
Yeah.
So, like, if you, for instance, like in the Turing Test, it loads the next level as you go as you get to the end of the airlock and wait for the door to open. But the thing is, I would have had it where it loads as soon as you touch the inside of the airlock. That way it feels like you're waiting in the airlock rather than like you got in there and looked around and you're like, is it activated? And then you got closer and then it activates.
Right.
Did you just got a rocket?
Yeah, got a rocket launcher. Yeah, it's Phantom Pain was so frustrating. But you know, I can't even be mad about it because I feel like at that point Kojima had just lost his passion for it.
You know what, man? You know what I want to see now?
And like, if your passion's not there, then like you can't force it, and you know that's success. And
that's why I say like I don't think anyone should have been like forced to make it. I think it would have been cool if they found someone who like was way into it. You know, there had to be someone else who was like, oh yeah, I'll make a Metal Gear Solid game. I got this great idea where you meet a legendary gunsmith. We're gonna have a, I don't know, we're gonna have it that the rocket fist you unlocked much earlier, and I don't know, just more of the stuff, like your favorite stuff from it being more prominent and earlier in the game. To get more mileage out of it. Dude, I see the little red dot, but I think they're standing behind our car. Oh, there he is.
Ah, fuck them. We're gonna go do the Legend of Moe and Marley now.
You're the one with the sniper rifle.
Oh shit, that's right, I have a sniper rifle. Where am I even?
I thought I had to attack him with the birds this whole time. I was just throwing the bird this whole time.
You know what they say about a bird in the hand. Where even are these guys? I don't even see them anywhere.
No, I took them down.
Okay. Well, what are you yelling at me for?
Oh, because I saw them, sort of just basically just camping out at this entrance here, like, oh hey, what are those guys doing? We should shoot them. I was like, I'm hitting them with my guns, but I think, man, a sniper rifle is pretty much more appropriate.
Right.
Now, here's my video game pitch for this episode. Instead of a type of video game, it's a concept for video games in general. I would like to see, instead of remakes of good games that got old but are like otherwise really good, like was it like a Resident Evil 2 or everyone's favorite Final Fantasies? Instead of that, remake games that were like completely terrible in like completely new ways. Like make a game that's actually viable out of one that was just utterly absurd.
Dude, if we're talking about gaming concepts, I've got one for you.
Oh, wait. Right before you say that, the best candidates for games that are bad but have like a ton of potential would be games that are like sort of Sonic 06 or whatever.
Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain.
Yeah, where they were like, they had a lot of ambition, but they just didn't have enough time, effort, or focus to actually do it all. And just be like, okay, we're gonna trim this down, and we're gonna streamline it, and we're gonna make a much more concise game. What's funny is that technically that would apply to games that I actually liked but wanted to be better, like Assassin's Creed Origins. I would like something that's like a third the size of that,
right?
But with the racks.
Fuck racks. But yeah, dude.
What were you saying about
fuck these fucking racks. Can you stop following us? Can you just despawn when we run away?
Oh my gosh. I threw a grenade at the rack swarm and it damaged me, but it destroyed all the racks.
Nice.
It's called Master Exploding.
Right.
You have a pitch for a game thing.
Yeah, my pitch for a game thing. Like sort of a first-person shooter, but like the character you play as is deaf, so you have to rely a lot on like visual cues.
Interesting.
Maybe not necessarily a shooter game, but like some kind of first-person game where you like have to rely a lot more heavily on visual cues.
What if I was just thinking something like that, but then I was thinking about like how there isn't sound in space, and how like I love when video games have good sound design in space, where like it's not about just muting everything, it's about that you can only hear everything inside your suit. So you can hear like the steps of your feet, your own breathing, you can hear your gloves if they're touching something, like you can hear the texture while you're moving your hand across something. It's just that you can't hear anything else, and I love when games get that right. Like they did that in Alien Isolation, where at the start of the game when you're in the spacesuit, like you don't hear anything outside of your suit, but you can hear like everything that your body is actually touching, which it's just really satisfying.
Right. Okay, so we gotta look for a couple of skags now called Moe and Marley, and they should be here, and they're not, and that's irritating. Where the fuck are you guys? Come out here so we can kill you.
Cliff and hold on, maybe we haven't activated them yet. Hello? Wow. No.
Should be active though.
You know, it was a joke that like was hilarious when I was a kid, but like now just doesn't really make very much sense to me.
What? Oh, hey, look, I found one of them.
Is someone walking into a library?
There's a skag.
with a
There's Mo.
giant
There's Mo.
phone?
There's Mo. There's Mo.
Yeah, I see him.
Shoot at Mo.
Someone walking into a library with a giant phone and answering it really loudly.
That sounds hilarious. Oh no, I am not okay. I am not doing well at all.
No, you got like half health.
Hey look, there's Marley, the electric one. Boogie oogie oogie.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Go away,
very
Spitter
powerful.
Skag.
Can't let him hit me. Oh, can't let him hit me.
Oh, I'm down. Are you down? I'm down.
I'm also down, but I can take down a...
I got a second one. I got a second one.
Alright, I'm gonna jump on here, and now if the skag tries to jump at me, they will fall off the cliff. Wait, hold on, can we trick them into falling off a cliff instead?
Maybe? I don't know. Oh no, shields down, shields are down.
I confused their pathfinding. Sort of.
Okay, well, now I'm stuck. Okay, now I'm not stuck. Blood wings recharged. I'll throw a bird at it.
Alpha skag, stop spawning in. Stop. You're not allowed to be here.
You're not allowed to spawn.
I am the skag pelt man. Only I am allowed to have skag pelts. Yeah, they just...
Oh no, 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 no! I don't like it!
Oh, did that work? Did that work? I think I took down like 3 skags with the rocket. No.
You still up? Up!
Oh snap, I took down a bunch of them with the rocket launcher. Oh dude, the rocket launcher's really working.
Gotta love rocket launchers!
Oh, that's a scat, that's fire.
Ooh, oh no, I am about to die. I am about to die. I gotta run.
Marley, here's Marley.
She's running out again.
I like that from context we've learned a lot about like skag anatomy.
Yeah?
Because we know that they're
like,
actually...
Like, sometimes they're just on fire for no reason.
Well, I don't know about the elemental variations, and I blew myself up, but everything's okay because I will blow them up again, and now I'm alive. Probably. Hold on, Elder Skag. There's Marley. Marley, I thought you died.
Nope, that's a badass fire skag. That's not what I was... Oh, there's Mo. Hi, Mo. Throw a bird at it. When in doubt, throw a bird. It's always the word.
I found some health.
You found health? Give me health. Oh man, this was so much easier when I was playing Lilith. Then I could just phase walk.
I'm down, but I'll be good. Just take down one of these little guys. Luckily, there's a lot of mooks to fight.
Yeah.
That's what makes some of these boss battles like fair, basically, is when there's a bunch of like little minions and stuff, because you can take them down really easily and get your get your mojo back. Oh, yeah. I don't like. Marley shoots like an electricity ball. Oh, hello.
Taylor, we're dying, and I don't let Vault Hunters dying in my game.
Shoot, Marley. It's almost dead.
Trying to. Come on, come on, come on.
I'll see the other side.
Ah! Can you pick me up? Ah! Come on! You're right there! I could totally get a second wind if I could just fucking kill Marley. But his health just won't go down. And I'm dead!
No, you're not.
I am.
There.
Oh, hey, second wind. Oh my god, tits. Fuck yes.
I brought you back from extinction. There, I gifted you a grape. Oh,
my god.
Marley still isn't dead. There we go. Now Marley's dead.
Oh, thank you. Holy shit,
What the heck
dude.
is that thing made of?
I don't know. It's...
Oh, this SMG is
He's made
really
of
good,
100% pure dinosaur leather with Lego grade casing. Or dinosaur bone. Dinosaur bone with Lego grade casing.
Hold on, follow me. We gotta go and kill Mo, because I don't think we defeated Mo. Otherwise, well, they'd probably stop spawning in.
Wait, is Mo still alive? Wait, what?
Yeah, Mo, I didn't kill Mo.
We didn't kill Mo? Where the fuck is he then?
Oh, he's over here.
Oh, you found him? Is he hurting? Is he hurting for a squirting?
Oh, he's not even... I don't think he's even started hurting. There we go. That was
What?
weird.
He had lost so much health though. I spent so much ammo on you. How are you not even a little bit hurting?
Take him out! Take him out! Oh, okay. Ooh, that was a good juke. Oh, that was a good juke.
Oh my god.
Pretty good.
Stop!
There we go.
Stop it,
That's
adult
not
skag. I think he healed.
wrong. Yeah, I think Mo can heal.
Because he lost a whole bunch of health.
And notice the
Stop
boss
it,
battles do
Alpha
heal if they're
Skag.
not shot enough. Or often enough.
Dumb.
I've been doing pretty well evading the, There, you can do it. Keep shooting. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I got my second one. Oh no, he's coming after me. Oh no, he's coming after me. Oh no, I'm out of ammo. Oh no, I have a shotgun. I got a shotgun and a bird. Protect me, bird. I have nades that don't go off immediately, so they do me like no fucking good.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
the
throw
ones
them
that
this
do
way
explode
instead.
on contact are really good.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Are you still alive?
My gun is invisible, but I'm okay.
Good, good, good. Right
I
on.
have maximum visibility with my invisible gun. Mo is on fire and will continue to be on fire for the rest of the genre. Because that is my job now.
Right on. Good job. I hope you have
keep
fire
evading.
insurance.
You keep evading. Focus on just jumping and not getting hit.
Jumping and not getting hit. I'm good at that. I'm lanky. I can do
Get
that.
everything you know except jumping and breathing.
We threw out his name.
Thank you. Do you ever get a one of those weapons that uses 2 ammo per shot,
Probably.
but it's got an odd number of shots in the
Oh
magazine?
my god. Wait. What's this? Machine gun. You do machine guns, right? What's this?
Yeah,
What's this? I want... No, dude, I wanted that.
Oh, yeah. Let me just grab it again.
I was looking
Yep.
at that. Is
There's
that a
purple
shotgun?
one.
Yeah, it's a shotgun. Hell yeah, dude. It's a shotgun
I
with a
saw-
scope. That's weird.
I'm gonna scout out this area because I remember what's it called? I remember seeing more goodies that these creatures have dropped.
More good shit.
Yeet.
Ah, get out of here, adult skag. Nobody likes you. Stop it, adult skag.
What's funny is that Lilith's special ability is like it's useful defensively, but like I want to be able to do damage with it. Like that's why I like the phase grip from Borderlands 3, because like it let you set up an enemy for a takedown.
The phase grip was a lot like the phase lock from Borderlands 2.
Phase grip, phase lock. It's gonna work. Oh my gosh, this place is continually spawning. I'm just gonna go to.
Oh my god, stop fucking shooting at me. Or shooting at me. Skags can't shoot guns. They don't have guns. stop pouncing on me. Yeah, that's right. Open what?
Nobody even mentions the monkey butler.
Oh my god, let go of the monkey butler thing. That cannot be your biggest reason for not liking Umbrella Academy.
I mean, no, it's more like I can't quite like explain, but like that's the one thing that like comes most to mind is like, wait a minute, so like, because it's one of those things where like you establish what's normal and what's not in a setting, and then you work within those rules.
Look,
and
man,
so
Bleach had a wolf man. Nobody explained that. I mean, they did way later in like the very end of the series, but
the what?
Bleach had a fucking wolf man.
But they also had not vampires. They were like vampires,
Bounce?
but not really. Yeah.
Yeah, but Wolfman definitely wasn't a normal thing in that series. That was just a thing that he happened to be.
It was just one of the spare props they had available. It was kind of like it's kind of like the characters of the Mos Eisley Cantina. It's just a bunch of outfits that they had.
Right.
And I missed.
You still fighting?
Yeah, there's one skag left. It's being very tough. Oh my gosh.
Skags. Oh my god, what?
You got like a glitch where it just spawned in all of the skags forever.
Oh no. Load up on health, we gotta go turn this mission in. Holy crap. This should get us, like, if not to level 16, then pretty fucking close.
Yay, I can get more SMG ammo, that's pretty good.
Ooh, I forgot to plug in my phone. Charge phone, I command thee. I command thee to charge! By the way, I think I'm on like episode 6 of Umbrella Academy.
Oh, right. I should try watching along with you. I know, hold on.
You gonna give it another shot?
Yeah, that way we'll be watching a show and we'll just talk about it. It's funny, it used to be the reason why I'd watch shows. I used to watch a lot of shows that I've seen. I watched, like, with my older brother. Like, there's entire shows that I only know about because I watched it along with him.
Right.
But like the thing is, he's just like he has trouble geeking out about it, I guess, because like we can geek out about like when we're on like a long car ride, we'll like talk a bunch, but like for some reason he just like doesn't talk much about like the shows that we'll watch, and because of that, like I just don't. When it's like, oh, hey Taylor, you should watch this show. I'm like, I'll watch it if I have like a lot of a stake in it, or if someone that I can geek out with, like Lujak, like really likes it. But
right.
if you want me to watch it so you can talk about it, I don't know if that's actually gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. It's like, hey, remember? Especially because like I'll watch a show, but it'll be like long after he's seen it, and like, hey, remember this? And he's like, that was like a year ago.
I don't remember that shit.
that wasn't a show. That'd never be a show.
That would never be a show. Aren't you watching The Boys with him right now?
Yes and no. I saw the first like 3 episodes, and honestly, it was basically I was just like barely holding on. I was like the show is good. It's just not like my type of thing, and so my whole like basically my entire all of my cares about the show revolve around like the 2 characters that are decent. Like everyone else, I'm like everyone else can die, and apparently in the comics they do. So I guess we'll have a satisfying ending.
Spoilers, dude.
Supposedly.
Well,
There's
wait.
always discrepancies.
So, when you say that all of the characters can die, do you mean like Mother's Milk and Frenchie and like
I haven't met him yet.
the female? You haven't met him yet?
Oh, actually, no. I think I just met him, but like, well, basically, like everyone. That was a little harsh. Basically, like, I'm really invested in like, and what's his name and what's her name?
Huey
Like
and Annie, although I think they changed her name in the show. I haven't watched the show, but I read the graphic novel.
Yeah, basically those two, because they're the most like, I guess the least nuts, I suppose.
I got pretty invested in Butcher, but I also had a hard time really sympathizing with him because of... it's like the more I learn about them, the more you're like, yeah, it makes sense he's doing what he's doing. But then the more he does stuff, the more you're like, this isn't the way to go about it, my dude.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that you don't see Butcher as a character, you see him as like a tool. He's like a thing that allows the main characters to get closer to their goals.
I guess.
These are larva crab worms. I have not seen these before.
Oh my god, that's right. These are the guys that only appear in the first game. They completely stopped existing after this game. Which was a bummer because I always thought they were...
larva crab worm!
Yeah, which is a
Nothing
bummer
in
because
common
I always
with that
thought they were
guy.
pretty cool.
They are pretty cool. I like their purple and their... Oh, that's why they're called larva crab, because they got like these long tails. Unless
Yeah.
they're called that because they're crab worms. No, hold on. They're probably called larva crab worms because they're part crab, part worm, and that the larva part means that they're relatively small compared to whatever we'll run into later.
We're supposed to be gathering crystals, but I'm not sure how. I think you're supposed to find them and then break them?
I just remember the the part in Doom Patrol where I love that part in Doom Patrol where they go to the
Hey look, crystals! I found the crystals.
they go to the Nazi scientist's secret base thing in was it Argentina, whatever. Like, do you punch it? Oh, you do punch it.
Yeah.
Ooh, rock candy.
Oh, rock candy, delicious.
They go to there's a Nazi scientist guy, he was the guy who originally made the weird like chamber thing that gave Mr. Nobody his powers.
Right.
And so apparently he's been for the last few decades he's just been running a business, like a secret underground business of giving people superpowers for exorbitant prices.
Right.
And I love that like they have this thing that like they have an entire puppeteered presentation that tells you the history of it, but it
It's
all
done
makes
with
sense because
puppets.
it's a presentation for the clients that go to the place.
It's done with puppets.
Yeah, no,
Unfortunately,
I mean-
we are no longer accepting Groupons.
Yes, but my favorite thing about that is how it was a good way of like telling the audience like a little bit of backstory without it feeling like totally out of nowhere. Because instead of them meeting a few main characters and then being like just incidentally telling them a ton of information, it was literally like a miniature stage play that was to tell the clients like the history of the company.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
And it's like, then the war broke out, and then the Nazi flags go down. It's like, it's 70, my ideas weren't so crazy. And the other guy, the one other guy who's not in the patrol, who's like, I don't think this was in the pamphlet.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh no. It's like one of those things where someone's like, where in the alternate timeline, in the simulated alternate timeline where Hydra took control of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And Coulson is like a history teacher, someone's like raises their hand, they're like, weren't Hydra like originally like a branch of like, you know, the literal Nazis?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's like, yeah.
Dude, what's even better is that one dude who was at that presentation ends up getting turned into like the animal, vegetable, mineral man.
Yeah, he's
Which
got
is a
parts of
real
animal
character
veg-
from the comics, by the way.
That is pretty great. Oh! Hold on.
That wasn't just a thing that they made up for Doom Patrol. He actually exists.
Yeah, I imagine. I don't know what is. Oh, that's why. The worms keep burrowing. That's why. Bruh. Stop there. Okay. Animal, vegetable, mineral, man.
Yeah.
I can understand the powers of mineral and animal, but I do wonder what he'll do with his celery hands.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Who can say,
If I could be part
really?
vegetable, I want to be like, I don't know, a plant that does something cool, like, like bamboo, like maybe it could regenerate.
Bamboo's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Distract
bamboo
them while I
huge.
harvest the crystals.
Alright. See,
Ah, you didn't distract them enough.
I didn't distract all of them. I was wrong.
And now there's no one I can shoot for a second wind. Oh, thanks, bruh.
My favorite part of reviving someone. What? Hello. Oh, okay. This bandit literally just ran right past me just to hit you in the knee.
Damn.
Like, he just didn't even.
Oh my
okay,
god,
okay.
just let me pick up the crystals.
Just bait the. I'm gonna run
I'm
to the
down.
bandit camp and then make the skags shoot all the
Down.
bandits.
Are you down?
No, I'm back up.
I'm not.
Basically, I baited the skags into the bandit camp, so they'll start attacking each other, which will make my life a little bit easier.
Right. Oh, hey, look, a treasure. What do we have here? Ooh, a Molly one shield.
Making my life difficult.
Does shock damage, but this one. We'll go with this one just because it does elemental damage. Now I'll take these and sell them. How you doing? How you holding up?
I'm just imagining if they did like a live-action TV series based on Borderlands, and there's a moment where like a character is like critically wounded, and they're like, ah, I'm affected by the rage, and they like shoot one bandit, and they're like, okay, I'm back. That's how the rules work.
There's just one more crystal in here that we need to find. Oh, hey, look, I found it.
I don't like this corrosive alpha. It's very big and very corrosive.
Oh my god, are you? Oh, you're down. I will come get you.
Bandits either. I just got the corrosive alpha.
Hang on, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you. Keep shooting.
Using all my ammunition on this thing. Stay behind me so you don't get distracted.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, gotta jump over some...
You distract them while I get the last of the crystals.
Why is there a class up here? I can't talk to you right now. Dang it. There's a bruiser and a fire skag getting a fight, so I still need those.
We got all the crystals, we can get the fuck out of here now.
Oh, ow. Okay,
We can GTFO. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get out of here.
No, I'm down. I'm down.
You're down? What do you mean you're down?
Hold on, I might be able to take it down with this last magazine.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Alright, now let's get out of here.
I think the bruiser survived.
Let's go, let's go,
There
let's
we
go,
go.
let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
So yeah,
Money.
no, my whole thing with the whole monkey butler thing, and so for those who have not seen Umbrella Academy
Is he a
starts
monkey
out-
or is he an ape?
technically he's an ape, but monkey butler sounds funny.
Yeah.
So I think he's a chimpanzee.
If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. Even if it has a monkey kind of shape. If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. It's an ape.
It's an ape. Yeah. So the Umbrella Academy all starts with the premise that there was like a series of, how many? Was it 9? 13?
Like a couple hundred.
Yeah, there was basically suddenly 100 ladies across the world were miraculously pregnant, and their kids had superpowers.
See, the reason why it
And-
was miraculous is because they went through the whole birthing process in one day. None of them were pregnant when the day started.
I was
And then
going to
just
say the other part.
out of nowhere.
I was going to say, yeah, I guess if you were already planning on having a child and they had a regular birth process, then you would be like, oh, this kid looks kind of different than expected. But in this case, it's just yeah, they had super babies.
Super
Yeah, and
babies.
so that's one of the big sort of mysteries of the show. So don't even talk to me about that. So, but like the thing is, like earlier we learned that it originally was like this sort of Discount Xavier's mansion, where like you get the premise, and then they're like, oh yeah, and it kind of sucked. Like, we all drifted our separate ways as soon as we were adults, and we've been doing different things.
Yeah.
And only, I think, like, one of them actually got into, like, superheroing.
Yeah, one of them became a vigilante.
Yeah, which
Hold
is
on,
funny,
I got
'cause, like,
skill points. Oh, no, fuck the skill
he's
points.
straight up, like, an actual vigilante, where it's like, oh yeah, I gotta use some different scanners and sneak around and stuff. And the rest of them have their various like jobs and occupations. One of them, who at the start of the show presumably didn't actually develop superpowers, feels like the black sheep of the group, and has since written a book that's an expose about how just weird it was to be born and then, well, not to be born, to be like adopted immediately after her birth, and then part of a family that wasn't really her family, and that like now that the whole group's broken up, it's like they were barely a family before, but now they're not really a family, and she's like, oh, that sucks. And so she wrote a book, and supposedly the other like siblings don't like her that she wrote the expose, but I was like, bruh, that's like precisely her rights. If you live in a weird house. If that book doesn't mention the monkey butler, I'm out. But it might not, dude. Imagine the editing process where she had to make sure not to mention the house butler was a chimpanzee.
Right.
So at some point in the show, you're like, okay, so this is the standard. Everything is basically as it normally would be, except that people with superpowers were born around a dozen years ago, sort of supernaturally. Okay, but then you run into whatever. What's the butler's name again?
Pogo.
Pogo. Then you run into Pogo, and he's just straight up an uplifted chimpanzee. He's just a chimpanzee man, and nobody mentions it. Nobody's like he himself mentions it. So it's implied that at the what's his name's funeral. So it's implied that he was uplifted by the sort of the dad adoptee guy,
Right.
Mr. Umbrella, I assume.
Mr. Umbrella. And this is our father, Mr. Umbrella.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Mr. Umbrella for now. But like, and I'm like, oh, okay. But here's the thing, though. You went way sideways with that, because like, you started off with something with like superpowers being completely anomalous, mysterious, and taught out of nowhere, and that this guy collected them all. But like, in the background, he figured out how to uplift a chimpanzee, and nobody mentions it. It's like, bro, that's like, it reminds me, it's like the same joke as someone was talking about, which Spider-Man had Dr. Ock in it?
The second one?
Yeah, someone was talking about Spider-Man 2, and it's like, the funniest thing about this guy's fusion technology is that he actually invented several technologies that would have blown everyone's minds while trying to make this fusion technology work. Like, he was like, oh, I'm trying to make a miniaturized fusion technology, like basically a miniature star. But to do it, I needed to use a robotic arm system that could be operated with human dexterity. So I created this entire prosthetic system that links with my nervous system, so I can control it on a subconscious level. And it's like, bro, that's an entirely separate useful technology.
Okay, Taylor.
Hold on. The reviewer was like, I remember the reviewer talking about that and pausing it, and it's like, and then it turns out that the being next to this miniature solar system was very radioactive and gave me cancer. So I came up with a cure for cancer over the weekend.
Taylor.
Yes.
Here's what I have to say about the monkey butler. Stop worrying about it. It doesn't matter. He's a talking ape. So what?
Okay,
like,
so
if it's important, they'll explain it later. But as of now, isn't it enough for him to just at the funeral be like, this guy literally made me, and that's it? You
Well,
don't need to
because,
go
like,
any more into it than that. And of
because-
course
hold on.
nobody mentions it because all the people there fucking grew up with him. So why would they?
Well, yeah, that was one of the things I was hoping showed up, is that at some point they'd be like, oh yeah, we have this guy who's a butler, and it's like, oh, like one of those classic like British butlers. Actually, he was I don't know, Congolese. Oh, from Congo? Yeah, he was literally, like, we found him in he was literally in a chimpanzee that we, like, found. No, but, like,
Dude.
and then they'd be like, oh, I'm surprised you didn't mention that. Well, I swore it was in the expose.
Dude, I'm imagining, like, Vanya or someone taking a friend over to their house for, like, the first time or whatever, and they're like, dude, when you said you lived with a monkey, I thought you were exaggerating. She's like, oh, no, no, I downplayed it, if anything. It's like that scene from Doom Patrol where Cyborg brings Ronnie to the Doom Manor for the first time, and she's like, dude, when you said you lived with a mummy, I thought you were exaggerating. It's
So,
like, nah, man.
What did it feel like when you're buried with your cat? Like Cliff's first line to Larry. It's kind of funny how I just refer to, like, no one refers to Rita as Elastigirl or Larry as, is it, Negative Man?
Negative Man.
Yeah. So I just refer to them as Lita, Rary. Occasionally, sometimes I'll call him Cliff, sometimes I'll call him Robot Man. And Crazy Jane. Technically, Crazy Jane's the only one who has, like, her name's in the name, so it's always her hero name.
Well,
Right, but no, my whole thing about that specific thing of Umbrella Academy is that in order for you to make something weird, you have to establish something that's normal, and vice versa. In order for you to make something seem normal, for instance, like everyone is just in agreement that the ape butler is just there. He's just there, and he does butler things. That's normal. Like, in order to do that, you have to establish how it is that's like normal, but like other things.
You don't have to do it immediately. I mean, they're probably gonna let it build up over time and explain it later on. Like, it's not something that requires immediate explanation.
I should ask that on, like, the Umbrella Academy Reddit. Be like, hey, without saying any spoilers, is anyone surprised that there is an uplifted chimpanzee, like, living in the manor? Like, I imagine that they kept it secret, and that's why it wasn't, like, international news.
It's amazing to me that you're so upset about the monkey, but you don't even talk about the robot mom.
Oh, right, I almost forgot. There was a robot mom. Yeah, but the robot mom was, like, the robot mom was close enough to, like, computerization that I was like, okay, this is a little sci-fi, but, like, you can kind of fit it in there. But like, the reason why the chimpanzee got me is because, like, in a sense, if this was like Doom Patrol, I would have just, like, gone with it entirely, because you've established that, like, almost anything can happen with the smallest amount of justification.
Like Sex Ghosts.
Yeah, like Sex Ghosts.
I just love that scene where Cliff is, like, looking for the professor and he just sees the Sex Ghost, like, oh, hi, okay, have you guys seen the professor? Okay, I guess this is normal now.
Great, this is gonna raise our... These guys in the background are gonna raise our rating for the rest of the show. Thanks. They're called the Sex Men. I like that the
Sex Men.
I like how they're, like, they really did work well within a limited budget, because, like, the Sex Men sounded like they're an entire organization, but they only had, like, 3 people, which is like less than the Ghostbusters. But, like, and they all had signature names. There was Kiss, Torture, and Cuddles, I think.
Yeah.
And it was it's like, why did you go with the name Cuddles? Well, it was either that or hand stuff.
And then Jane's, like, weird doctor persona comes in and is like, oh, it was Cuddles because you had, like, a stuffed animal called Cuddlers that you discovered yourself with.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, what's that persona called? Like Dr. Anderson or something?
I think it's Harriet or Hamlin,
Dr.
something
Henderson?
with an H.
Dr.
Maybe Henderson?
Which is funny because like I really liked her earlier appearances, and I considered her to be like by the rules of the genre one of the most powerful characters. Because like Sunhead, Sun Daddy, I think the one with the sun for the head that's like 20 feet tall. Like,
nope, we're not doing that.
Oh yeah, what do we do? Turns into 20-foot tall.
Turns into Sun Daddy. Nope, we're not doing that.
But like they're probably like if this was like a Ben 10 kind of situation, they'd probably be one of the most powerful characters. But because like their main villain for the whole first season was someone who you literally couldn't really fight with your fists. He was more of a character that you had to like deconstruct. Like you had to sort of deconstruct him on a genre level. It's made like Dr. Henderson like one of the most powerful personas because she could like sort of just psychoanalyze any character.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, so we got like all our side missions done except for Circle of Slaughter Round 2, which we might do, I don't know, but I think we should call it a night now.
Yeah. I think we had some good combos this time. I'm glad I got to vent a bit of that.
Yeah.
But like just to like wrap up, because it's all about what you establish as normal and what you establish as like weird in the setting itself. So when you have like if it were Doom Patrol and there was a random like monkey butler, it'd be like, oh yeah, this was created probably through magic or weird science magic. But when you have a setting where all of the superpowers, the only people with superpowers were like born 20 or so years ago and in like a miraculous birth, and the only exceptions are, and like the only exception is specifically the robot mom and the butler. Like it's like hold on, we have to. Does the chief guy, Mr. Umbrella, was he a gadgeteer? Did he have superpowers? Because I think he would have had to. It's just that he wasn't like, nobody wants to like say it that he had the gadgeteer superpower. Like he was way ahead of everything.
Right.
Well, that's my opinion on that. I think I would love to. We should start doing TV show mashup concepts.
Dude.
Yeah, like look, we'll combine Scrubs with Lucifer. That'll be fun. It'll be dramatic. We'll combine Umbrella Academy with
Lucifer.
Yeah, we'll combine Doom Patrol with Umbrella Academy, where it plays out exactly how do you expect, except like everyone's like, except literally like no one mentions the ape butler until like the very end, and they're like, wait, hold on. So who created your ape butler?
Now I'm just trying to imagine what like Lucifer and Scrubs would be like. So would Dr. Cox be the quintessential Lucifer of that scenario?
No, it would be Lucifer is just Lucifer, but he's just wandering around the hospital because he's got the I don't know what the name for this is, but I mentioned it in an earlier stream that it was Lucifer in the show has the same superpower, unspoken superpower, that the Doctor from Doctor Who does, where he's always perceived as the minimal amount of threat he can be. So if he's like somewhere he shouldn't be, someone finds him, he'd be able to just talk his way out of it. And if he's in a situation where like it would be an open firefight, it's just a standoff instead.
Right.
And so in this case, he would be wandering around the hospital, like without like any ID or anything, and people would be like, "Hey, are you a doctor?" And he's like, "No," and I'd be like, "Yeah, that makes sense. You're not wearing a doctor thing. Okay, bye." So his whole thing would be him wandering around the hospital, figuring out people's sins.
Dude, now I'm just trying to imagine what a conversation between Lucifer and Dr. Cox would look like.
That or combine Lucifer with The Good Place, just because of how bonkers it would be.
I haven't seen The Good Place yet. It's on my list.
We should watch it together. It's neat.
Yeah, maybe after Umbrella Academy.
Yes, which I will have to catch up with. So I'll get that loaded up on my Computotron. So, thank you so much for joining this evening. It has been a fun time of shooting lasers, talk about monkey butlers.
This was good. This was a good stream. I've been Lou Jack.
And this has been Borderlands 1, and I'm reminding you to take care.
Stay awesome.
Have a beautiful day.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.